Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. In the last one we did some extra stuff after finishing off the last main dungeon, and now we're off to the Lonely Grave. You know, that moon looks familiar for some reason. Ho ho! What's so funny? You're creeping me out. Those guardian genies sure did a number on him. The middle of no place perfectly hidden from prying eyes. There's even some sort of magnetic anomaly here that boggles the compass. It was almost perfect. Almost. Well, he probably knows we're here. I'm going to have a few words with the good captain. After that, we rig the place with explosives and blow it sky high. Can he really hear us? There's nothing to fear. Not anymore. Phew. However, should anything go wrong, I want you to gather up all the remaining dark magic and destroy it. Got that? Huh? But Risky, didn't you say that's an order? I got it. Okay then. I'll prepare some powder kegs for the Fire Master's final farewell. Well then. Oh, we're already here. Oh, it's the grave from the beginning of the game. There it is. Silent as a tomb. Without dark magic to draw from, he's vanished into the eternal abyss. Too bad, really. After all, what good is a victory if you can't even rub your enemy's face in it? What was that? Well then. Hi. So, you managed to return after all. Ah, he isn't human.
Risky boots. How dare you betray me?
You're nothing but a shade. I'm through taking orders from you.
You watched and did nothing as I fell in battle. You stole my ship and crew. And now you destroy my agents and disrupt my flow of dark magic.
Actually, I did that.
You will suffer for this.
There's no reason to get worked up, Captain. See this girl? She's the offspring of the one who imprisoned you. The genies are the real enemy. Take her and we'll call it even.
Ha 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 ha! That can wait. You're the one I want. I'll make you pay for your disloyalty.
I've had it with your blasted orders. Your time has passed. Go back to the grave where you belong.
Fool, you belong to me.
Risky!
What's this? You dare wear my face like some kind of trophy? Give me that. First I will take the palace, and then when my strength has returned, you will witness the end of your world. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Oh no, I've got to warn everyone. But what was it that Risky said before? I should make sure to find all the dark magic first, but what good would that do? Well, that could have gone better. Oh boy. Well, steam-powered oceanic ticker tub Mark II. Looks like it's just you and me now. Let's see if I've really got what it takes to be a pirate. I've asked you wet dogs. It's time to swallow the plank. Heave-ho. Moist the main snail. Keel the port blubber. Hi, Captain. And now Scuttletown's covered in darkness. And if you haven't gotten all the items like heart squids and cacklebats, I recommend doing that now. And oh god. Well, things have looked happier around here, haven't they? Shantae! Sky, where's everyone gone? Some ran when the sky went dark. But I can't leave these eggs. What's happening? Is this what you were trying to tell me before? Oh, Sky, the Pirate Master has risky boots. Who cares what happens to her? I'm sure this is all her fault somehow anyway. Kind of, yeah. But she doesn't deserve to be in the clutches of that monster. I'm going to try and save her. Somehow. So, this is actually a very interesting thing. I think you can actually talk to other people, but it's not really worth it to me. So I'm just going to go right on to the final area. So now all the enemies in Scarecrow Fields and Tangle Forest have been replaced with a lot of the enemies from Mudbog Island. And the music has actually changed to a remix of the Nighttime theme from Shantae 1. Another song I absolutely love. But honestly, not much changes in the world besides this. Everywhere else, it's completely happy still. Though that for some reason resets. The main changes are at the Pirate Master's Palace. Oh boy. Oh, you alright there, dude? Ah, we can't even talk to him. Poor guys. But as you can see, things have changed around here. And the main changes are in this room. This room, which was just to the left of the library, now is the main climb up this final dungeon. And there's actually ways you can speedrun around it. First off, the one I tried to do always whenever I play the game, I usually give it like 5 to 10 tries, is that if you max out the height of your cannonball jumps and you time the hat just perfectly, it is pixel perfect, but you can actually land on top of those platforms that you're not supposed to be able to land on. There is another way that's a lot more of a glitch, where you're more or less outside the game's programming, and you can fall up. But I'm not going to take advantage of that. I'm going to try it with the first one with every single time I'm outside, but not so much the second. But the Pirate Master's Palace is more or less like the usual test of everything you've come to learn. You're going to need to learn how to use your equipment to your best around here. So make sure you bring your best. And heal as well. Make sure you have some healing items. For the most part, these areas are pretty simple because they're more or less just slight remixes of things we've already seen. The only one that's a real pain in the ass is one of the third tier ones. And I'm cutting out any failures, obviously. That got me a bit stumped the first place, though, because I was trying to make it through there. You're not supposed to be able to. You have to aim up there. And hitting the switches after every single tier will cause one of those switches to come out, which is how you're supposed to get up there in case you want to go back down. Like I said, though, pixel perfect. You can make it up like that, but it's hard to do. And it's actually at this point that you actually might learn some things about the equipment. Like, this is where I first learned that you can actually run on spikes with the pirate boots. Which is admittedly against my instincts in every single way. Because, you know, Mega Man guy, spikes, not my favorite thing in the world. Though, honestly, it's not that hard of a final area. Shantae 1 had a far harder final area in my eyes. Though, admittedly, for this game, this is still a bit of a difficulty spike. Not as bad as Mudbog, but it jumps a bit. Mudbog is probably still the worst difficulty spike we've seen in the series to date, though. Because Shantae 1 was pretty solid with its difficulty throughout, although I still hate the swamp area. And Risky's Revenge doesn't have much difficulty to begin with, aside from the sudden jump that it actually kind of had with Hypno Baron's Labyrinth. But this isn't that bad at all. We're actually coming up on the place that, in my first playthrough, and even to this day, still gives me the most trouble in this area. It's the first room of the third tier, because obviously, as you notice, each tier has 2 rooms. This one kind of sucks, which is why I really wanted to skip it doing that, but couldn't be. You are constantly over a bottomless pit this entire time and surrounded by spikes, meaning there's death all around you. And you have to carefully maneuver around the breakable blocks, which is a lot harder than it sounds. At this point, I know which blocks I have to break, it's just the fact that executing it is not the easiest, especially when this block is breakable. This is actually, to this day, this still makes me nervous, like a year or 2 later. And I'm not a fan. I make it look easy, but trust me, it's not the easiest thing. Thankfully, I got through it in about 2 or 3 tries, I think. So not the worst in the world. Also have to say, not a fan of the music in this area. It's not a bad track by any means, but it's way too short and repetitive for its own good, even for music in this kind of genre. One thing I could have done for this room is actually done the short pirate boots trick, but I felt like doing it the way it was supposed to be done. And at that point, we're more or less done with this place. It's a really, really short area. So I bet you're wondering how there's still 16 minutes left in the part, huh? Oh, you will see. And I recommend you save here, because this is the final save point in the game, so make sure you bring your best. Either way, let's see what we got up ahead. There you are.
You've arrived! The daughter of the genies. Maybe you've noticed, I gave your palace a little makeover. Now that I'm back in physical form, I'm growing stronger by the second.
He's a monster. Keep your distance.
Silence you! Why did you come, girl? Certainly not to save this traitor. Maybe you wish to fight and fill your mother's shoes.
Let Risky Boots go free or else.
Ha ha ha! Or else what? You're gonna unleash your half-breed magic on me? Which one was your mother? That fire-spouting hothead?
Likely.
Or maybe the songbird?
I don't know. I never knew her because of you!
You want to take a swing at the captain, huh? Why not? I can use a warm-up. Show us some of your magic tricks, genie.
The Pirate Master, Scourge of Sequinland. Final boss of the game, ladies and gentlemen, and this actually has a bit of a split in it. If you didn't get all the dark magic, you get the bad ending, where he more or less just leaves when you beat him. He's more or less Dracula, though, from the Castlevania games. He teleports all over the place and tries to shoot at you. Super Monster Milk, Bubble Shield, and Super Pike Balls, though, kind of take him down with no real threat. Honestly, these items kind of break the fight. He shouldn't really kill you or damage you at all, especially if you have the thing on. This is the only attack he really seems to have where he'll randomly teleport between these two spines. Which, first off, what are these things and why are they here? I blame black magic.
Is that all you got? For a genie kid, you sure don't pack much of a punch, do ya? In fact, you'd be nothing without my weapons. I think I'll just take them off your hands. Ha ha ha!
Oh, shit. That's not good. Also, if you're only now taking the items, what is that cannon, hat, and scimitar on you? Hey, give those back!
What do you say we get the show on the road? I'll show you my true power.
Oh. The Pirate Master, full-powered Pirate King. First off, love this final boss theme. And this is good ending exclusive. He took all of our weapons away from us, so now it's just between us and the items. And honestly, the attacks aren't that bad. Most of them are pretty easy to tell how you have to dodge them, either just by avoiding cannonballs, avoiding the gunfire, so on and so forth. He actually has an attack for every single pirate weapon we got, but honestly, he's not that bad. Though I love that face right there. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that, remember when he said that Risky was wearing his face as a trophy? He wasn't joking. If you're looking at her profile picture earlier during the conversation, you notice that her top and her pants are missing the little white highlight they had before. That's because those were actually his skull. That wasn't a metaphor. She was actually wearing him. Either way, as usual, Bubble Shield, Super Pike Ball, Super Monster Milk, make this a very easy fight. This is actually one of the few times I think I've ever one-cycled him. So, that's pretty good. Also, what is exploding?
What? Genie girl. I hear you got a whole lot of that dark magic in that lap of yours. Hand it over, I crush this has-been beneath my feet. What's it gonna be? The dark magic or her life?
Risky.
If I hand over the dark magic, you promise not to hurt her?
I swear it on my own grave.
He's a filthy liar. Don't give it to him. Yes, sir, I've got no choice. Well, I really don't have a choice, do I? Here, just take it. Just let Risky go.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Well, that's different.
What is this nonsense? Light magic. I've no use for this filth.
Risky was right. The dark magic was really my magic all along.
You can't trust that coward. She just fled to save her own skin.
Risky's no coward. She meant for me to use it somehow. Well, let's see. We don't have the lamp anymore, so let's press the lamp button, shall we? Oh, this looks familiar. My magic!
Impossible!
It's back where it belongs. I knew Risky was telling the truth.
Curse that Risky Boots. I'll wipe you and every last genie from existence.
True, final boss is kind of a joke fight against the Pirate Master. His attacks now have an extra part to them, be it a fourth cannonball, the sword's moving more, or the bullets being a bit different, and so on and so forth. However, as you're noticing, we're dealing 999 damage against him. You don't even need Super Monster Milk for that. I just like to look at the red numbers more on him. the thing is, I think he has exactly 100,000 HP. So, more or less, it takes 101 shots to kill him. A bit less if you're using the Mega Pike Balls. The added attacks do a decent amount of damage, yeah, but this is honestly still a fairly easy fight. Yet again, though, love the music. Look up this game's soundtrack and give it a listen. It is great stuff. My best advice for you is to not stand on the little spine thing when it's on the ground like that. Jump and hit people with it. Move it, you lubbers. Get that cannon into position. Aye, aye. Ready to fire, Captain. Hold for my order. Steady now. And final phase of the fight is using the Palace Disruptor Cannon. We have to constantly hit the Pirate Master's face to keep him in place so we can hit him with the cannon. I think it takes 4 shots to take him down. He does have an attack if you let him stay around for too long, but honestly, it's not that hard of a phase. Though, I would have loved it if Shantae actually made it into the smash, and this was her final smash. This would make perfect sense. Really, though, at this point, you've won, so you really should never lose. You're finished, Pirate Master.
You cannot destroy me. Yeah.
That's the last of him. There's just one thing left to do. Like what? The pyro weapons. It's time I took them back. Oh, right. But Risky, what about the curse? There's nothing left to fear. The curse has been broken. Also, it's weird seeing you with your hat on, by the way. I'm in charge of my own destiny. I won't let the darkness rule over me any longer. So, you're going to become a good guy? I didn't say that. Listen carefully, Runt. You walk the walk, and you talk the talk. You even dress the part. But in the end, you're no seafaring cutthroat. Far from it. You can't pretend to be something you're not, and neither can I. So long. Risky, Don't go!
It's going to be all right. She'll have to discover her own path.
Oh, Uncle. Wrench said you were in danger. We came as quickly as we could. Is everything okay? Is Risky Boots still here? Please? She's gone. Soul crushing. I still haven't washed my head since that time she punched me. Dude, that was 12 years ago plus. Why? You've had a big day. Let's get you home. Thanks, everyone. But there's something I really need to do first. What? Oh yeah, Ammo Baron. Thank goodness, that awful storm is finally passed. The sky is beautiful and blue again. Hey, girlfriend, you and that pirate lady saved the day. I guess we did. But I've still got some unfinished business with you, Ammo Baron.
Let me guess, you want your job back. Ammo Town could really use a guardian genie like you around.
I can certainly vouch for her character, if it would make her happy. No thanks, I've got something else in mind. I'm only a half genie, and I've never granted someone's wish before, but I think I'm ready to give it a try. This one's for you, Mayor. Ooh! Yeah, that's kind of a thing I was actually wondering, because before this, she never really granted a wish, did she?
No! Weeks of hard labor, materials, my precious resources all gone!
The people of Skulltown are through with you, Ammo Baron. Now take a hike, you scum-sucking scalawag, or I clean your gills from ear to ear.
She's bewitched and speaking blabber tongue! Let's get out of here, man! Move it!
Even his running animation is a tank. Huh. I can't believe it! My beautiful town has been restored to needs work condition! You'll always have a place here as our guardian. Promise me you'll never ever leave. Ah, Mayor. Well, that's resolved, and that means that entire plotline was kind of pointless. Abner, Poe, Roddy Tops.
Gotta hand it to you. You saw something in that pirate gal that the rest of us missed. Just like you did with little sis here.
I just woke from the most wondrous dream. I was a hero just like you. I saved everyone who was lost and helped them find their way home. I'll tell you all about it tonight. What's tonight? Sleep over at your house.
Now that we move back to the mainland, I'm gonna track down our caravan. Maybe we should open our own coffee wagon.
But meantime, Roddy Tops can stick around here if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. I suppose I'll have to keep a close eye on these two. No one invited you.
Time to hit the bricks.
Where'll you go?
Poe and me, we're gonna search for answers. Maybe remember who we really are. Get our lives back.
Roddy Tops appears to have had a head start thanks to you.
You gave us purpose again, gal. Thanks for that. Come on, Poe.
See ya, coffee lady.
I'll see y'all later. You too, snack cakes.
What? Me? What?
Roddy's brothers seem a lot less scary than they used to be.
I should take off too. I've got lots of work to do and I can't wait to get started.
That storm did a real number on this place. Good luck fixing the mayor's patio chair. Bolo, the mayor's retreat's the other way. That boy. So this pirate master fellow was Risky's old boss, huh? Yep. My magic was the key to awakening that curse and bringing him back. It appears it was also his undoing. Yeah, well, Risky had him figured out from the start. Always one step ahead. I think she was just lucky. No one's that manipulative. Anyway, you got your magic back, right? Sure did. Half genie once again. And I'm bursting with brand new ideas for my next dance moves. I'm glad to see your spirits up. I'm gonna fetch Bolo. We'll talk again later.
Things are finally starting to get back to normal.
Uncle, I've been meaning to ask you, why did you have the Tinkerbat in your workshop?
Oh, that! Well, I've been conducting some experiments on the properties of magic. I thought that perhaps the polarity of magic could be reversed, much like a magnet. I figured there might be some way to restore your powers, but it looks like you proved that theory on your own.
Thank you for everything, Uncle. And I'm sorry for running off with Risky without telling you.
You're a handful, young woman, but you gave Risky Boots a chance that most folks never would. You may never become a full genie like your mother, but you're becoming more like her in far more important ways. She'll see it herself one day when you finally meet her.
You think so, Uncle?
I know so.
Someday. Oh, we're not done yet. Oh, what? We're back here, really? Risky! I thought I'd find you here. Looks like your Tinkerbacks are back into normal. They've got a lot of work to do. And Tinker Tubble needs serious upgrades before I can launch my next attack. You're kidding, right? Why are you here? Still trying to convince me to become a goody-goody like you? I was just hoping to ask you something. How'd you know the dark magic would change? Oh, that. I didn't know. It was just a hunch. I figured if I gave you the lamp, you'd put it to good use. And when I heard about the dreams, I figured the magic must be yours. But you knew that I wouldn't destroy it. Somehow you knew it would change. How could it not, with you sailing the seven seas doing good deeds for every hard luck case? I made it a point to know my enemies. I knew the Pirate Master would make a grab for the dark magic. And I know you'd do the opposite of common sense and hand it over. Well, yeah, to save you! Exactly. Alright, men, snap to. We're shipping out. That doomsday device won't build itself. Watch your back, Runt. You too. Oh, one more thing. Huh? Your mother. You're just like her. Only shorter. And more annoying. Risky! Smooth sailing. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. And I have to say, damn, what a good game. This is my favorite game in the series without a doubt, because first off, while I love the dance moves, the pirate equipment is just so much more fast-paced, and I love it. The humor is right on point, the music is fantastic, the level design is probably the best we've seen to date, and honestly, I just think it's structured the best as well, because it works. Now, if you want to play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, you're in luck, because it's basically on everything, including your toaster. It's on 3DS, Wii U, Steam, Amazon Fire TV, PS4, and Xbox One, so you more or less can play it on anything nowadays. On the whole, I think this game makes up for all of Risky Revenge's flaws, honestly. Though it still has some dead ends in its plot, don't get me wrong, like the Roddy Top Soul in the Village of Lost Souls, which is who that girl was, by the way, Mr. Shadow Man. And what is Risky going to be doing next time? Because she's not entirely a villain anymore, obviously. She's a bit more noble about her causes, I think. But I guess I'll see when we get to playing in her mode. Now, similar to Risky's Revenge, you do get some stuff for beating the game. First off, Pyro Mode, before I even get into that. Remember that dog we killed last game for 100 gems? Told you killing it was canon. Because it's in hell right now. Either way, as I was saying, Pirate Mode is the closest thing to New Game Plus this thing has. You start the game off with all the pirate gear, meaning you have access to all the shortcuts and faster clear times. You can also get all the items really easily in that mode. And then there's ending images. More or less, there's wallpapers you can get for the file select screen, depending on how you beat the game. There's 100% clear, game clear, which we'll see in a moment. And then there's 100% speedrun and speedrun. In order to get the speedrun one, you need to complete the game in under 2 hours. And for 100% speedrun, you need to get all the heart squids, dark magic, gear upgrades, and fighting moves in under 2 hours, 30 minutes. Which is kind of a tight window, by the way. Though, if you're playing for the speedrun wallpapers, I recommend Pyro Mode, because that's a really tight window without doing that. And, well, next for Shantae will be Half Genie Hero, but that's not even out yet, obviously. And I'm not going to do that at launch, but I'll do it eventually. I can promise you that, because I really do want to do it. And next Let's Play in general, I'm not entirely sure. I'll see what I do when I want to do it. I'll probably start recording whatever tomorrow, but we'll see. But with that, that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. And similar to previous Shantae games, you get a pretty much look at your completion. So booyah. And there's the 100% wallpaper, which is actually my least favorite. Pirate Mode, which they probably should have showed first, actually. And the game clear wallpaper. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, have a great night, take care, and I'll see you guys next Let's Play.